Hello everyone, welcome back to Base Damage and welcome back to Community Fridays. This week we have another Uma Musume deck sent in by Joker in the Base Damage Discord, and this one is an 8 standby list. Now I did show off an 8 standby list from the Uma Showcase video, but this one is significantly different. Instead of opting for the level 1 winning ticket standby combo, Joker decided to go with the Narita 2-2, which we will get to it in just a little bit here, but that is like one of the bigger changes. Obviously he is still on the Narita Taishin, or that's Narita Taishin, it's Narita Brian is here, sorry, but she did call it the Narita family tree, so it is very appropriate for that one. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Now, the first one's up here. We have 3 of each, and basically you can bounce between the 2 of them. So we'll go over each one. An Annoying Supervisor Vodka is a 3/2/9/5. During this card's battle, your opponent cannot play backup from hand. On play, you get to heal 1. Now, at the beginning of your climax phase, you can bounce this back to hand. And if you do, you summon the other particular Daiwa Scarlet from hand and onto the same stage position that it was on. And then upon doing that, you'll have a couple things happen as well. The fact of on play from hand, she gets to burn 1. So basically at level 2, you're going to stand by in one of these, and then the subsequent turns, you're just going to sit there and alternate which one is in your hand and just go back and forth and back and forth. She also has a clause that says your opponent cannot play something, whereas Vodka is they can't play backup. This she says that you cannot play, your opponent can't play events from hand during her battle. So that is the big difference there. But also burning instead of healing. So it's just kind of whatever you need at whatever time. But she also has the effect to be able to bounce out as well. So that is just the opening there, but let's go ahead to the climax combo. 4 copies of the Whistling Arrows Taunt. Narita Brian is a 3/2/10k. If this card is in your center stage, all of your Uma characters get 15, just a global 15, and she does count herself for that. Now, her climax combo is when this card attacks, if Heap of Talent, which is the climax combo, the standby climax, sorry, is in your climax area and you have 2 or more other Umas, you can pay 1, pitch 1. If you do, deal 3 damage to your opponent, which is kind of a very comfy number, right? Like, typically people see, like, burn 4 is too much because they're weird, or they'll say, oh, burn 1 or 2 is not enough. So 3 is that very interesting middle haven there that I do like, so this is a very interesting combo, but the fact that it's on a standby, I will say is weird, but I do enjoy it, and I'm ready to see someone get pushed to dead with this. So, 1 copy of the mandatory Tokai Teo. This one is a 3/2/10k. Placed on stage from hand, you can pay 1 extra stock. If you do, your opponent puts all of their stock into their waiting room and puts the same number of cards from the top of their deck into their stock. So you're going to see everybody who can splash red is going to be running this Tokai Teo. So understandably so. Now, the second effect doesn't go off in this deck at all because you have to discard a copy of itself. On attack, you can pay 1, pitch a copy of herself, burn your opponent for 1. But so not running that in any shape, form, or fashion, just running it for the stock swap. So the other climax combo is the Cool and Matter of Fact Narita Taishin is a 2/2/7k. If all of your characters are Uma, this gets 2500 power, making her a 9/5, and character encore, just constantly character encore, so you can use that. Then her effect, the climax combo effect. During your climax phase, when this card is placed on stage by the effect of Scrap Medley, if you have 4 or more other Uma characters, so you do have to have a full field upon her entering play. So basically you can go in with 4, play the climax, summon her. Then you can sack the climax to stand her, and she gets an additional 1500 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Now that does put her from a 9/5 to a 11 defensively or offensively for that turn and defensively for the next turn. So just being able to do that is really, really nice. So it's not the same level as like the 2/2 Nino that gets like overtly huge, still has character encore, yada yada, but I still feel this is good. So 2 copies of, if it will load, PF Winning Equation Biwa Hayahide is a 2/2/5k. With this card, this card gets 2k power for each other Uma character in your backstage. All of your other Uma characters get a global 500 power. So with 2 characters in the backstage, she's at least a 9k. and a 2 soul. I guess I should say that for the Narita Taishin as well. They're both 2 soul, as well as she also has character encore. The Narita Taishin is going to be a little bit bigger, but the fact that the Biwa does like make the other Narita Taishins, the other, if there's other Biwa Hayahides, you know, they all get a little bit extra. I would have liked to have seen a little bit of a bigger buff since it's on other characters, but that's just me. One copy of the, once again, everything is loading very slow tonight. There we go. Jokester, haha, I see what you did there, Joker. Jokester Vibes, Tosin Jordan is a 2/1 2500 backup and is the anti-change backup of the set. I believe, I say of the set, I don't think there's another one in the set 1, if nothing else. Maybe there's another anti-change in like the subsequent sets. When you use this card's backup, you can pay 1, pitch an Uma, and then sack a character from your stage. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters with a level higher than your opponent's level and put it on the bottom of your opponent's deck. Get rid of that shit. Get it out of here. Very nice. But also being able to just sack a character, you could deny your opponent an on-reverse effect. So, one copy of Eccentric Genius Air Shakur is a 1/0/15. This is typically a 1k backup, but it is also a brainstormer. I like to see the utility there. Was the phrase, get you a girl that can do both, right? Pay 1, rest this, mill 5. Like, that's not insignificant. For each climax revealed, search your deck for an Uma character added to hand. I honestly forgot that she was a mill 5 until I read it just now. I knew the dual effects here type deal. But that's just funny. Just a little bit extra push for the 1k or be able to brainstorm 5. Like, honestly, pretty pog. So, but it's not Sakura Chiona, sadly. 2 copies of the loading screen. Da, 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 da. What is going on tonight? There we go. Rosy Dreams Rice Shower. I'm assuming like deck log is just fucking up tonight. Who knows? 1/1 4k. All of your Uma characters in front of this card get level assist. Basically, they get 500 times that character's level. So, play this behind the Narita Taishin or the Biwa Haihide. They both get 1,000 anyway, so very nice there. Or you can pay 2, rest this card, and put the top card of your clock into your waiting room. Being able to heal down like that sometimes could be in your favor, and yeah, that's good. I try to preemptively pull this up, and it's just like, oh, I'm just going to instantly get pulled up. Nevertheless, Narita Taishin is a 1/1/35. If the character facing this card is cost 0 or lower, this cannot become reversed, which is very nice. And when this is placed on stage from your hand, if you do that, more than likely you're going to summon this off of standby, but it's an option. Choose one of your other Uma characters, give it 2k power till end of turn. So that's just kind of there to be a little bit extra, but it is very funny to be able to like just go, oh, your cost 0 advantage engine just doesn't kill her. Like, me personally, and once again, this is Community Fridays, I like to see what people cook up. I personally, Joker, would like to see more 1/1s, but that's just me. You do you, boo. So, but we will be moving on to the Stone Piercing Blue Grass Wonder, 002k. When this is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, pitch 1, salvage back an Uma character, and give one of your Umas 1,000 power till end of turn. She does have the inspiration effect, but nothing in here really relies off of markers, so I'm not going to go over that right now. So, moving on, one copy of Starry Nocturne Admire Vega, 002k. If you have 2 or more other Uma characters, this gets 1,000 power. And when this card is placed on stage from hand, pay 1, pitch 1, search your deck for an Uma, add it to hand. Very nice there, always good to have. And of course, we have to have Mambo, Machitan Adventure, Matekane Tannhäuser. 00500. When this is placed on stage from hand, put the top 2 cards of your deck into your waiting room. If there's a climax amongst those cards, choose one of your characters. That character gets 1,500 power till end of turn. A little bit extra buff, it's whatever. Mainly, you're going to be playing it for the second effect. The mill matters with standby, let's be real, but the second effect is where it's at. When this is placed on stage from hand, you can discard a card. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck. Choose a level X or lower character from your waiting room equal to the level of the revealed card and add it to your hand. Very nice there. So, this one's also interesting. Like, obviously, like, people say taking damage is cringe, but I kind of like this Wonder Acute. 1, she's cute, but also the effect is pretty good. 0025. When this is put into your waiting room from the stage, pay 1, put the top card of your deck into your clock. Then, if you do, look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose one level 1 or higher card from amongst them, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, put the rest into your waiting room. So you can get stuff for later, but you can just grab whatever you need at whatever time in terms of that. So, can't grab level 0s, but it doesn't matter. You're going to have all that you need. So this, I think, is kind of a sleeper agent hit for a lot of the standby stuff and a lot of the Uma decks in general. I think this is going to go off a lot harder later on. Daring to Dream, Nice Nature, 002K. First off, let's kind of address the second effect. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can mill one to make her run to an open position of your center stage. While mill runners don't help you cancel, they do help your standby shenanigans. So being able to mill off a standby target is nice. But after, like, if she does survive like a turn or something, you can just shove her into the backstage, because you do have another fun effect, which is the first one. When a climax is placed on your climax area, you can pay 1. If you do look up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 Uma character amongst them, reveal your opponent, put into your hand, and the rest go to Waiting Room. So this could be used to pay out extra like climaxes that are in your stock or whatever, but this does give some more deck speed, and that is very, very nice. I think the effect is very powerful, because you can do this effect when you play the standby before you summon, meaning you can pay 1, check up to 4, and in those 4, you're not level restricted like the Wonder Acute or the Key to San Black is. You can grab anything that you need. Level 0 and higher doesn't matter. Obviously, it just has to be a character, which he doesn't run any events in this deck. And then you could be like, oh, cool, I add this level 0 to hand. Oh, look, all of these standby targets that just went into the Waiting Room. And then you maybe have a little bit more to work with, depending on more triggers, stuff like that. I do feel this is just a very good card that more people should get on. That's just me. 2 copies of Flair Astan Machan. This is one of the climax swappers of the set, 002K. If it's in the middle position of your center stage, she gets an extra 1,000 and climax swap from Waiting Room and hand. So pay 1, pitch a climax, salvage back a climax. So we do have more Astan Machan in the, I say, dedicated slot that you need to have like in every standby deck. 002K. Ephemeral Mystery, Astan Machan. Placed on stage from hand, choose one of your Umas, give it 1,000. Very nice. But when a climax gets placed in your climax area, you can return this to your hand. If you do, choose one of your characters, and that character gets +1 soul to end of turn. 1, it opens up a spot that you could just guaranteed have an opening for standby to be able to summon to. Secondly, being able to give the extra soul is very nice, because standby does not give any stats. It just summons characters. Meaning you want the extra soul, you want the extra power to make certain that your characters can get over other threats. So very nice, and I feel that you do need this in any standby deck. Something similar to this in any standby deck. She is behind my head, but we do have a Maverick Narita Brian. 3 copies of her. 0015. Your other Uma character in the middle position of your center stage gets 500 power. Brainstorm. Pay 1. Rest this. Mill 4. For each climax, you get to grab back a character from your Waiting Room. So you do have this. Narita Brian, the Air Shakur, and it's not a Brainstorm, but technically the Nice Nature is still another milling effect, so you do have plenty of deck speed despite it being standby. So lastly, to round out all the characters, we have 4 copies of Fire at My Heels, Kitazan Black, 001K. Place on stage from hand, choose one of your Uma characters. That character gets 1,500 power till end of turn. Once again, could matter. But on death, you get to discard any card from hand, look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose one level 1 or higher card amongst them, reveal to your opponent, put in your hand, and the rest go to Waiting Room. So more deck speed, more getting whatever you need at whatever time. So very nice there. 4 copies of Heap of Talent for the level 3 combo, and 4 copies of Scrap Medley for the level 2 combo. Such pretty art. Very nice there. Twin Turbo just be like pressed up against it. So very cool there, and thank you very much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much as well to Joker for sharing this in the Base Damage Discord. If you want to show your own Uma decks or any other Weiss Schwarz decks that you maybe might happen to see on a Community Fridays video, feel free to join the Discord. There will be a link in the description. There is 2 particular channels in the Discord. There is a Community Fridays channel, and then right next to that is also just a decklist submission channel. Feel free to post in either one of those, and if I see a deck log link, I'll check it out, and if I like it, I will happily post it on a video, and I do greatly appreciate. Thank you all very much one last time, and remember to stay safe, and as always, stay based.